Hello students, my name is Sumit Sharma. I am working in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurugram, as an assistant professor in computer science department. So this is our next lecture of web series of web designing. In the last lecture we had done with second unit. I hope you have understood all topics very well. Now today we will start third unit of web designing, and today we will discuss about introduction to HTML. HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Then structure of HTML document, HTML tags, creating links in HTML and its type, means external link or internal link. Then formatting block of text and text styles. So these are the topics which we will cover in this unit. So the first topic is introduction to HTML, structure of HTML document, HTML tags and its types, creating links in HTML, types of creating links, formatting block of text and text style. So let me start with the first topic of today's session is HTML. So first of all, what is HTML? So first of all, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the basic language used to create web pages for World Wide Web. HTML is used to create, format and link web pages on World Wide Web. We all know that a web page can contain text, graphics, sounds, animation, videos and links to other web pages. So HTML has the capability to transform ordinary text into the hypertext by placing it into special elements called tags. Each of such tag begins with tag name in angular braces. So in simply we can say that HTML is a simple language that uses tags to specify the behavior of text in a web document. So we know that the full form of HTML, hypertext markup language. So what is hypertext? Basically, the term hyper means that something which is active state. So hypertext means that text stored in electronic form, which also includes cross-reference links between pages, and it is an ordinary text but with some extra features. It is called hypertext as clicking on certain text or line or any other work open a new page relating to the text. That's why it is called hypertext. Now, what is markup? Markup in HTML commands a browser the manner displaying the text. The markup comes from the fact that HTML is used to mark up the content of web pages. And at last, what is language? The term language is used to signify that HTML is a language used along with all its syntax, and it is not a full-fledged programming language but a markup language to create web documents. So with the combination of these words, hypertext markup language is used. Now we are discussing about structure of HTML document. Basically, in the given slide I will provide you the basic structure of HTML document. The first tag is HTML, then head, then put the header information, then close the head tag, then start the body tag, and body contents to be displayed on the page, then close the body tag, and at last close the HTML tag. Basically, HTML document is generally divided into two main sections. First one is header section, which is enclosed by the open head tag and closed head tag. And the second part is body section. The body section always mention between the two tags, open body tag and close body tag. So what is hyper header section? The header section contains information related to the header of the document. What type of information? Basically, header section includes information about the title of the document, type of the script used in the document, and the definition of the styles for the document. The next section is body section. So this section comes after close head tag. Body section includes tags for entering text, images, links, graphics, list, etc. Anything out of open and close body tag will not appear on the web page. Only the information or anything in between open body tag and close body tag will appear on the web page. If I'm talking about the feature of HTML document, then every web page is a hypertext document or HTML document. A hypertext document can contain and also lead to the text, images, audio, tables, etc. HTML document. An HTML document is a text document which can be produced using any text editor like a Notepad and other. HTML documents typically have a head and a body element because these are two major sections of the structure of HTML document. An HTML document used HTML tags. In further slides we are discuss about HTML tags. So this is the structure of HTML document. Now discuss about HTML tags. So what is HTML tags? Basically, HTML is a tag based language. Okay, the tags of HTML specify the control. These are formatting commands and these define the way of presentation of content of web pages. So we can say that tags instruct the web browser what to show and how to show. There are two types of tags are available in HTML. Basically, the first one is paired tag. What is paired tag? And second one is singular tag. So what is paired tag? It is also called container tag. I'm talking about paired tag. It is also called container tags. If a tag is written in a pair of starting and ending tags, it is called paired tags. Means if any tag is open and it should be closed, that means it is paired tag or container tag. These tags are used in pair. One tag marks the beginning and the other marks the end of the tag. Example of some container tags like HTML. In the last slide, there are too many container tags, all container tags like HTML, open and closed, head, open and close, body, open and close. So these are the container tags. Okay. Now singular tags. It is also called empty tags. Why it is also called empty tag? Why should called it empty tags? Because there is no end tag are required. If a tag is written without the ending tag, it is called singular tags or empty tags. So singular tags have no ending tags. They are used standalone. It is called singular tags. Okay. Now tag attributes allow modify a tag's appearance or behavior. Basically, they provide additional functionality of tags. Attributes are always specified in the start tag, not in end tag. Now I am talking about here body tag and its attributes. The body tag form the body of an HTML page. Okay, and the body attributes are background, bg color, text, left margin, top margin, etc. If I want to put any color in the means if I want to put any image or wallpaper in the background, then we use background attribute. If I want to use background any color, so we use bg color. Then text, if I put any margin on the left hand side, then we use left margin and top margin. So these are the HTML tags. Now I'm talking about creating links in HTML. So what is creating links? How to create the links in HTML documents? So basically a link or hyperlink, we can say, is a word, group of words or image, and by clicking on it, one can jump to another document or a new section within the current document. Is called hyperlink or link. HTML use anchor tag, left angular tag A stands for anchor, and close the means greater than angular tag. It is empty tag, that's why one tag is used for starting the tag and second one is ending the tag for linking pages. So anything written between anchor tag becomes a hyperlink and appear on the screen in a different color and underline. Okay, so basically angular tag is composed of three elements: start and ending tags that enclose the whole link. The link target means when we click on the link, a word or a image, then where we can go, where we can jump. And the link text means what is the written word or a group of words or image in a web page. Okay, the anchor element has several attributes, but either name or href attribute is mandatory. Some of the important attributes are like href, name, title, methods and target. In the given diagram, you can say that angular braces angular angle A href, it is a URL or a path of open the page. Then close A, it is a opening tag. Then we put any image source, means here we can create a image as a hyperlink, and then close the anchor tag. Okay, now types of creating link. How to create the link? There are two types by which we can create a link. First one is inbound internal, or second is outbound external. So external link, it is the link which open another HTML or picture file into the browser when the user clicks them. The web page containing the clicked link is unloaded from the browser, and the target web page is loaded into the browser. Example, ahref URL is facebook.com and the keyword is available login. When we click on login Facebook, then the Facebook server or Facebook website is open. Okay, next is internal link. Internal link means it is the link which scrolls down the current file to a location when the users click it. When a jump is required to a different location or a section in the same document, internal link is used. When a jump is different page or different document, that's called internal link is used. When a jump to a different location on a same section or same document, then it is called internal link is used. To insert internal hyperlink in the document, name property of the anchor tag is used. Okay, now Formatting block of text. So these are the formatting blocks of text which is used in HTML documents. The first one is address element. So what is address element? It is used to put information such as address, signature and authorship, often at the top or bottom of the web page. It is also used to write date and copyright in italic typeface. Okay, the next one is font element. So it is used to specify the size, type and color of the font. The three attributes of font elements which is given in the slide. The first one is size attribute. It is used to change the text size enclosed with font tag. Second attribute is face attribute. It sets the typeface that will be used to display the text on the screen. And the third one is color attribute. It is used to change the color of the text that will appear on the screen. So these are the three attributes used in font element. The next one is center element. It is used to center align the text. All the text written becomes center tag, are centered between the current left and right margin. Okay. The next is comment element. So comment are the text which is written for user understanding. In HTML, text written between angular braces, exclamation sign, then close the tag. Now heading element. Heading H1 to S6. There are 6 heading element: H1, H2, S3, H4, H5, H6. So it is used to divide all the text of a page into different sections. And heading element is written in the body tag. HTML defines 6 different headings levels which range from H1 to S6. We already told you H1, H2, S3, H4, H5, S6. Heading can be aligned to left, right and center by using the align attribute in the heading element. Okay. The next one is paragraph element. It is used to mark the beginning and the end of a paragraph of text. The beginning of paragraph is marked by P starting tag and the end by P end tag are treated as a paragraph. The paragraph can be aligned left, right or center. Align is an attribute in heading element, paragraph element, etc. And the last formatting blocks of text is line break element. Normally BR break line. BR is used to insert a line break and start the output in the next line. This is empty tag because there is no need, this tag does not require any closing tag. That's why it is called empty link. Okay. The next topic is text styles. So the text styles shows the specific type of appearance for a section of HTML document. These are used to change the actual presentation style of text to make the text bold, italic, underline, etc. Text styles are also called physical styles. Okay. So they are used to define the exact way in which characters are to be formatted and displayed in an HTML document. There are some main text styles supported by HTML is given in the given slide, like bold element, italic element, underline element, strike element, big element, small element, teletype element, subscript element and superscript element. So a brief description discuss here. The bold element, it specifies that the text written within B, syntax is given, B tag, open and close, if any text is written in between the bold B tag, then the text is in bold, text style supported. It causes text to appear in a bold typeface, and it is used when text is to be highlighted. The second one is italic element. It is specified that the text written within the syntax is given of italic element, and it should be displayed in italic font style. The third one is underline element. It is specified that the text written within syntax is U tag, open and close tag, should be underlined. It is used when some code is to be written in HTML document. The fourth one is strike element. It is specified that the text written within syntax strike, open and close indicates that the enclosed text should have a line drawn through the middle of the text, not below the text, middle of the text. If the line below the text, that means underline. If the line middle of the text, that means strike element. And the next one is big element. It is specified that the text written within big, open and close, which is mentioned in given slide as a syntax, should be displayed in bigger font size than the current font size. Okay. The next one is small element. It is specified that the text written within small, open and closed text should be displayed in smaller font than the current font size. The next one is teletype. It is specified that the text written within TT, open and close renders the enclosed text in teletype font. This means that the text will be monospaced to look like a typewriter font, and it is used when monotype typewriter text is required. The second last is subscript element. It is specified that the text written within sub, open and closed text should be displayed as a subscript by using a smaller font size. A subscript character appears slightly below the baseline. And the last one is superscript element. It is specified that the text written within SUP, sub, open and closing tags should be displayed as a superscript by using a smaller font size. A superscript character appears slightly above the top of the preceding text in a small font size. So these are the topics of third unit. Okay, now I am going to explain the format of questions based on today's topic, so that you will get an idea that which type of questions come in class test or university exams or in competition from this topic. So here are the questions. The first one is explain the term HTML in detail. So HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Explain the structure of HTML document. The structure basically categorized into two major categories: header section and body section. The third one is HTML tags and its types. Singular tag or pair tag or embedded tag, you can say container tag. How to create links in HTML? There are two ways, internal or external. Explain formatting blocks of text, already discussed. Explain text styles and also some styles supported by C language. Okay, so this is the end of today's session and also end of unit 3rd. So thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day. Hope you will watch my next video in which I will discuss about unit 4. So stay connected with us. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.